Hey everybody, so today I'm gonna share with you my miracle morning routine. A few months ago I came across this book called The Miracle Morning, the 6 habits that will transform your life before 8 a.m. And I really like self-transforming books that help you transform yourself and learn a few new skills and mindsets, so I've decided to read it. It really struck me and I really wanted to try out The Miracle Morning, and now I've been doing that successfully for about 2 months. First of all, what changed for me was the time that I got up. It got earlier and earlier, and usually I get up at 5:55. I think having a 5 there really boosts your motivation, and basically it's 6 a.m. but 5:55, I don't know, I just really like getting up at funny numbers. It's all based on the principle of life-savers. There are 6 habits, and the first letter of each of them make up the word savers. Let's get started. The moment I wake up, I first grab the water that's to my right and take a little sip. After sleeping, my throat is usually very dry, so I need to refresh myself. In my opinion, it's important to keep your phone or your alarm as far away as possible from your bed, so you actually have to get up in order to switch it off. That is going to prevent you from falling asleep again or from snoozing it, because once you're up, you're up. The next thing I do is a quick stretch before I start my actual morning routine. I might hop into the bathroom depending on how I feel, and then I'm gonna start with the lifesavers. The first S is gonna be scribing. I've got this beautiful looking journal. The first thing I do in the morning is write down some thoughts. It can either be some ideas that I gathered the last day, some things that I want to change in my life. It might also be a dream that I had that I really want to conserve. I very often write down my dreams into the journal because that's a great way of staying in touch with your subconscious and keeping these dreams in an orderly fashion. So the miracle morning is about doing these 6 habits in 1 hour. So I usually have a timer for all of them. The next thing is going to be meditation, and I do that for 3 to 6 minutes depending on how I feel. When I'm scribing, I don't have a timer yet. I just write as much as there comes out. But in the other habits, I think it is very helpful to keep a timer so you don't overdo it. If you have time, you can obviously do everything longer. But if you just want to get the habits done and want to have a great morning routine, that really helped me to keep my time in check. The meditation I'm doing is relatively simple. It's an unguided meditation, and I have experimented with guided meditations for a long time in order to practice meditating. I just try to breathe a little slower and a little more consciously, try to concentrate on my breath wherever it's possible, and obviously sometimes your mind will drift off, but you just try to come back to your breath whenever you can, and try to have this minute of silence, which makes up the second S from lifesavers. When that is done, I get up and try to get in some energy into the day, because that's what it's all about. You want to have this boost of energy right in the morning so you can make miracles in the day. The A in Savers stands for affirmations, and these are statements about yourself or things that you want to tell yourself every day to stay on track with your goals. There are some helpful affirmations that you can download if you don't know where to start. And it's important to really feel them. Don't just reread all these things, but read them out loud, read them with power, read them with all your body to really embrace the feeling. After that is done, it looks like I'm going to take another meditation. This time I actually have a goal. The V in Savers stands for visualize. What I'm visualizing are my goals, reaching them and being on the way to reaching them. Things like being on the stage in front of 1 million people. But also I visualize that the day that lies ahead of me will go perfectly. Too many people always think of the challenges that lie in their way, and I think that is very normal. But I find that it helps me much more concentrating on everything going well and how I'm going through the day than when I'm concentrating on what could go wrong. The next thing, which I'm going to do a little bit longer than 3 minutes, is reading. The R in Savers. And you notice I am not doing it in exactly the same way that the book says, but I'm doing it in a way that works for me. And if you want to make your own morning routine, it's important that you do it according to what works for you. Usually I read some interesting books that are either inspiring for me as a person or that might help me in my work. Currently I'm reading 2 books, The Mixing Engineer's Handbook by Bobby Owsinski and The Future is Asian, Global Order in the 21st Century. I really like reading books and filling my mind with useful information and with ideas straight from the morning, so I get some inspiration and learn things every morning. Remember, this miracle morning is all about finding and making time for yourself to transform your life even before the day has started. It's all about self-invention, taking time for things that we always want to do, but we always told ourselves we didn't have the time to. By either getting up an hour earlier and sleeping an hour less, or taking 1 hour away in the evening and adding it in the morning, you will find more time to work on your goals. Even if it's just a little step every day, you're getting closer to reaching your goals and becoming the person you have to be to make your goals happen. Right, the final step in all of this is the E, exercise. The first thing I do to get the juices in my body and my mind flowing is push-ups. When I started this about 2 months ago, I could only do 20 push-ups, not even in a row. I did 10 maybe, and then I took a break and did another 10. Now, after 2 months, I'm up to about 50. I encourage you to do as much as you can, and then maybe after a week of plateauing on what you've done, try to reach a little bit higher. I always add around 3 to 5 push-ups every week. I can get comfortable doing them and then push myself a little bit further. What I've been doing a lot recently afterwards was yoga. I really think that this combination of stretching, strength exercises, as well as breathing really helps me to set my mind straight, and because I'm sitting a lot every day, it helps me to stretch myself and feel a little bit better. If I'm not doing yoga, I do some other exercises like running in place or doing crunches, sit-ups, or anything else, any other exercise that I can think of. It's really all about getting your heart rate up for a little bit, for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, just so you can feel this boost of energy right in the morning. And if you're not feeling it in the morning before you're starting that, trust me, you will after you've done the sport. It gives you a lot of energy in the morning and it helps you keep a steady level of energy. Since I've been doing this morning routine, I feel a lot more constant in my life. I feel less differences in mood and I feel an overall increase of energy. And that is my miracle morning. I will always follow that up either by a shower, depending on how intense the sport was, or I go directly into breakfast and make myself a really nice tea, followed up by some muesli, and then start my day right. I hope that this little video could inspire you to take matters in your own hand. Have a great day and an even more miraculous morning. Goodbye.